Hello and welcome to Yota's Kitchen. Today I am going to be making Greek yogurt. Now I've done this before. I have a video already on file. However, I'm going to do it again and hopefully my videography will be better. And in a second I'm going to tell you everything that you need to get. I have a thermometer. You need that. A little pot that will help me, the yogurt base that I need to get this started, which is called a starter, and a gallon of milk. So as we get started, there's a few things that you need to remember. The first one is the temperature of the yogurt. If you put the base in too quickly when it's too hot, you're not going to get anything because you're going to kill all the bacteria that's in the yogurt that needs to generate more yogurt. So the first thing that you have to keep in mind is do not bring up the temperature above 185. So as you put it on, bring it to 185. Once it reaches that temperature, which you will see over time, you're going to recognize the signs as to when it's there or close to getting there. Take the temperature, no more than 175 to 185. Turn it off, let it cool down. The base has to be put in the cooled yogurt when it reaches anywhere between 105 to 118 degrees. You will whisk it in or stir it in, anything that will dissolve the yogurt. Once the yogurt is dissolved, you put a cap on you put a lid on the pot, and then you put it in a non-draft area to keep overnight. In the morning, you should wake up and you should have formed yogurt, but that yogurt isn't ready yet because you still have to strain it. And this is what you're going to need: a towel that's not too thick but not too thin so the whey runs out of it. You're going to need a colander that has enough holes for the yogurt to strain, and you need a basin, which in this case I have a bowl, to make sure that the whey, when it strains out of here, that it's not going all over my counter. And I put a ramekin in because if I put this in all the way down, it goes all the way down and it will be sitting in its own juices. So this is my preparation. I'll be back when we're ready to put everything on the stove. Okay, so I have the milk on the stove. Usually put it on medium-high heat, and I will keep checking on it until it's the right temperature. Okay. So it is 185 degrees right now, and if I leave it on just a little longer, I think it's a little higher, but we're going to turn it off. I'm not sure if you're able to tell. Right now we're going to take it off the heat, and now we're just going to let it sit and cool off a little bit before we go on to the next step. Okay, so the temperature, I let it cool down probably an hour and a half, and it's down to about 110 degrees. So here it is, and here's the fine mesh sieve, or I guess colander, if that's what it's called, I'm not really sure. I'm going to take my milk and I am going to strain it. Okay, now that I've washed the pot, I'm ready to, and there's not a lot, it broke down, so I'm glad for that, but I'm glad that if I left it as it was, it might have been in my yogurt. So let's discard this. Let's put it back in the bowl or the pot. Okay. Had a little bit of opportunity to cool down a little bit. Let's clean all that up. Yep, it's good to go. It's about 107 right now. Perfect temperature. And we're going to take the base and we're just going to put it in there gently. It's about a cup's worth. You could probably do with a half a cup, but I always like to put a cup because I'd rather have it succeed than put too little and have it not succeed. And I am just going to put the lid on it, and you can put it just somewhere where it's gonna keep the heat in there. Okay, so now that I have the yogurt ready, I'm just gonna stick it in the linen closet. That's where I usually keep it. It's gonna stay there overnight. I'm gonna put a towel over it to keep any drafts out. And in the morning, I will see you again. Good morning. We're ready. Let's see the results of our yogurt making. Now, I haven't taken the lid off yet, so we're gonna do that together and see how our yogurt turned out. Okay, here goes. Oh, wonderful. See that? Very good. So now we're gonna just put it in our colander. I have the towel over it. And that is gonna help us strain the yogurt. It's gonna take several hours, at least 4 to 6 hours, to get the consistency we want. Now once I have all this yogurt transferred in here and 4 to 6 hours have passed, I'll be back to show you the results. We are back with our yogurt. It's been four and a half hours since I put it to strain, and I'm just going to show you the results, and then we are going to put it in containers so you see exactly how much we got with the gallon of milk that we used. And I'm going to just take it out of here and show you the end result. So I have 2 quart containers of yogurt and a little half quart, I guess. And then this is all the whey that had drained out of it. Time to try out the yogurt. Came out really nice and thick. I mean, that is thick. Perfect. It has a little sourness to it. You add your little honey, you add some walnuts, you add some fruit, whatever kind you like, and this is a perfect little snack or a perfect little breakfast. I hope you enjoyed Yota's Kitchen. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, hype up my videos, yay! and share. Thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful day.